In this Scratch tutorial, I'm going to show you how to write the code for a selection pressure for the ecosystem or the natural selection project. We have two different colored rabbits in this ecosystem and one fox. The rabbits, of course, have different levels of camouflage. This is the summer background. If I click on the winter background, you can see the white rabbit is, of course, more camouflaged. When we do run the simulation, the white rabbit, of course, will have a better chance of survival with the white background, and accordingly, the brown rabbit or gray rabbit will have a better chance of survival with the summer background. So if we hit go, and I can change the different colors back and forth, so you can see the fox is every single time it touches a white rabbit, it will delete the white rabbit, but that's not the case for the gray rabbits. However, if I go to winter mode, every time now that the fox touches the brown rabbit, it pretty much deletes that rabbit, and not the case for the white rabbit. So there's a different probability of the survival rate for the different rabbits based on the background. So what does this code look like? Here's the brown or gray rabbit. This is the code for it to move around, and of course here's the cloning code. But this is the part here that will be important for coding for the selection pressure. What I had to do was I had to create I had to create two different variables. I had to create a variable for white rabbit survival rate and the brown rabbit's survival rate. So basically it will be a higher survival rate for the brown rabbit in the summer and a higher survival rate for the white rabbit in the winter. This is, again, the gray rabbit. When the backdrop switches to backdrop 2 is actually the summer or the gray background. We want to set the survival rate for the brown rabbit up to 200. And then I have a forever block, and I'm saying that if the brown or the gray rabbit is touching the fox and we put a random number generator in here, and what we did was we took the brown rabbit survival rate of 200 and inserted it here. So this is the range of our random number generator. It's going to pick a number from 1 to 200. And if that random number equals 2, then, of course, we delete this clone. So there's a very low incidence of the brown rabbit getting deleted because there's a far lower chance of that being, a probability of the answer being 2 when it generates a random number. Remember, though, that when the fox and the brown rabbit are touching, it may run it could be 20 instances of this code while they are crossing paths. That's why the numbers are relatively high. Conversely, for backdrop 3, which is the winter background, we set the brown rabbit survival rate to 2. Now, this might be a bit low. I chose very extreme numbers. Perhaps in your simulation, this could be maybe 1 to 10 or something like that. And so the brown rabbit survival rate in the winter is 2, so it's going to pick a random number from 1 to 2, and if it equals 2, then we delete that clone. So again, a very, very low probability that the brown rabbit will survive if the two sprites touch each other. So that would be the basic coding for a selection, or the variations in the selection pressure in terms of survival rate for different animals that could be in your ecosystem. I hope this helps you with your project. Thanks for listening and have a great day.